Hey, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at an older Model 3 and looking at a new feature, 2025.2 software level added third-party preconditioning for the car. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we have kind of your normal splash screen. We can look at software and look at the release notes here of the version we're under. And we've got third-party fast charger preconditioning. It now supports, even if they aren't listed on the charger list, just set a fast charger as the destination, and battery preconditioning will start automatically when needed to optimize charging performance. So basically the same thing you get and have gotten with superchargers for years and years now. I'm not sure when they started doing preconditioning. I think it was in 2018 or 2019. I don't think it was with the launch of Model 3. I think that came a little bit later. It may have been more with the launch of the V3 chargers. Anyway, so that's what we've got going on there. And then there's some other minor updates there for weather. Some game there. So basically the weather lets you show final and waypoint weather there. So anyway, we'll go back to this. So it's 25.2. And again, going back here to software, we're on that version of software, 2025.2. And then of course, whatever that code means, who knows, right? We're in the advanced mode. And again, just for reference, this is a 2018 Model 3 long range with the 2018 long range with rear-wheel drive. So Autopilot 2.5 doesn't have any bearing on today's discussion. So, all right. So what normally happens? So if you go to charging, what I noticed is new is that I think it's now showing these chargers with the availability in the list, which I personally think is handy. I believe that's a change. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Shows the prices there, shows the speeds very clearly. Let me try to do that a little bit. So getting some aliasing there. So it really shows you the speeds and the prices. Boom, 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 right there. What do I want? I want to know how many chargers are there, what's the speed, what's the price. That's perfect. That's exactly the information you want. Shows you the miles away. If I could just make a comment, honestly, in the 2 years that we've had this car, this supercharger is new, this supercharger is new, and that one's old. That one's old. Number 6 up there, I think that was already up there. This one is new. That one is old. So about half the superchargers here are brand new in the last 2 years. So it doesn't seem like, for basically 2 million people in the metropolitan area, it seems like that's not enough superchargers, but I guess EV adoption is a little bit lagging here. But anyway, let's just say that we were to navigate there. What would the car do? Would it start preconditioning? Yep, it does. Preconditioning battery for fast charging. And it's only, we're at 64% state of charge, it's 15 minutes away. All right. What if we found another fast charger? For instance, over here at this Target, you can see is an EVgo charging station. And what do they have here? It looks like they've got reviews of it, probably from PlugShare, possibly. You've got your reviews there 3 months ago. How easy is it to use? You got your pictures. What else? Well, that's about it. Like, not really station ratings per se. If we click on the reviews, yeah, we just go down here. So nothing super groundbreaking there. No, I mean, I would say not groundbreaking at all. But let's see what happens when we navigate to that. That's a 350 kilowatt charger. Wow, there you go. Preconditioning battery for fast charging. Honestly, this is going to make my road tripping so much nicer because I do already use a lot of aftermarket, or let's say, third-party non-Tesla chargers. I use the CCS adapter here from Tesla. This is the one that they were selling a couple years ago. I don't know if they've changed it or not, but I think it's the same. Well, this one's rated for 500 volt max, 250 kilowatt max. So they may have a newer next generation one that supports higher current, higher voltage. But for this car, that's totally fine. And yeah, so now you've got this option for your trip planning. Now, if we were to say, hey, take me to, I don't know, Redondo Beach or something. Let's try that. Redondo Beach, California. It's not going to plan non-Tesla supercharger stops as far as I understand it. And even though there are tons and tons and tons of CCS stations along here, some of them might be cheaper than, the equivalent superchargers, but this is 100% supercharger route planning base still. So their route planner is the route planning engine, which generates which either prefers or doesn't prefer certain superchargers over one or another. Like, it's actually discriminating in this list. I'm sure there's extra superchargers that it's not picking in here either, due to one reason or another. Maybe there's a V2 and a V3 close by. Maybe the spacing is wrong. So the trip planner is deciding, is discriminating, is preferring certain chargers. Obviously, you can see that we've got the 10% arrival pretty locked in there. Like, it's not even fooling around. I think in the past we've seen things like, now this just happens to be weird, like we happen to be at 69% and it'd be an 11% arrival in Richmond, Indiana, right across the Indiana state line. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of cool. Obviously not intended, but clearly the trip planner is trying to target your charging stops so that you're always arriving at 10%. Looks like a lot of these are optimized. However, Vandalia, Illinois, 41-minute stop. Holy smokes. Now, I think that is a V2, if memory serves. Yeah. No, it's a 250. Wow. Now, okay. That's why charge up to, to like huge numbers there. And then, and the other thing it doesn't show you the mileage gaps between these. I think that'd be kind of cool if it would show you, something better there. But if we go here, can we, yeah, see, there's a bunch of superchargers in St. Louis area. The metro, if you want to just call this all St. Louis. I realize it's not. This St. Charles and some other, suburbs or whatever you'd call them. But there's tons of other charging options. Why charge the car to the moon just so you can get to Columbia, Missouri? Why not just do a quick hop and a quick hop? And I don't know. That's kind of weird. So, Tesla, 2 steps forward and then maybe 1 step not forward or backwards as far as the route planning goes. Still some interesting choices here in the route planner. For the most part, very easy to understand why all the stops are there and how long you're charging and so on and so forth. So actually, other than that 140-minute one, there's a lot of really short stops. You can set your arrival energy. I think that's the only one you can mess with. And then you can remove all charging stops. So it looks like not too much of that has changed. Anyway, what would you like to see on this trip planner? Or maybe you're driving another vehicle, maybe a VW ID4. There's a lot of those out there. Maybe you're driving a Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, Kia EV9. Maybe you're driving some of the GM platform cars with Google built-in, Lyriq, Blazer, Equinox. Maybe you're driving Honda Prologue, Acura ZDX, also with Google built-in. What kind of features do you appreciate? Do you like? What are you looking for in a route planner? Do you wish you could find amenities Like when you clicked on these, do you wish you'd had more information on like the amenities at these stops? What's your preference? And it's interesting. It doesn't actually when you're in that list, it doesn't actually, like when you click on it, you're not able to see the detailed information. I think that's kind of a miss, honestly. If we click on that, then we do start to see the nearby amenities. But me personally, like if a passenger's, sitting over here, I think you want more granular control. You want to be able to like kind of poke around this list and go look at these, okay, well, what are the amenities there? It's not a bad way, the way they list these. The fact that they do it is good, but there's some weird little misses that, it's like, I want to see the amenities here. Wouldn't that be the natural place to click on it? And yeah, they're just not an option. So you'd have to zoom out and maybe click there and then keep going. So yeah, interesting update. And I think, for the super nerds out there who are using adapters maybe, or for the 4 or 5, half a dozen Ionis stations that are out there and growing quickly. There's some other stations out there with NACS connectors on public chargers. I believe XCharge has one up in the Detroit area with native NACS. So this will be more increasingly important for drivers of these cars, as you're bringing this now 7-year-old car. It's honestly, in EV years, this car is ancient. It is ancient, and yet it's still getting the software update here in early 2025, and and getting new capabilities. So honestly, that fundamental fact is undeniably helpful, where EV charging infrastructure and the vehicles keep evolving together, especially from a software level and integration level. The charging landscape is not static whatsoever. Ohio, as I said, has twice as many superchargers as it did 2 years ago. That's actually the case even more so for CCS charging. There are CCS chargers all over this city, this state. It's huge, and so the car needs to keep evolving to that point. So I hope you've enjoyed this discussion on the new third-party preconditioning capability in Tesla software 2025.2, and it's rolled out to this particular car. Let me know in the comments if you have seen this and tried to use this feature on your Tesla. Let me know if you're driving another vehicle that's not a Tesla. Let me know what you think about the route planning. I'd love to hear your experiences. Is the route planning in your vehicle at a good level that you use it, or do you use something else? Do you sort of default to other things like PlugShare or a better route planner, or something like outside of your car's native navigation system? Obviously, those are compromised. You can't start preconditioning from PlugShare or a better route planner. You can't set your PlugShare, especially. You can't really do much of a plan there. But I'd love to hear your comments. I see a lot of people online are using a whole variety of ways to plan their EV road tripping, and I know it's not a one-size-fits-all solution, and I'm not here to dictate or anything like that. I'm just curious what everybody is, what their experiences are, and what they find most useful for them in their lives, and not just long road trips, but just in your daily life. What do you think is good and good enough and great for that kind of situation? So I just love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and look forward to that. Bye for now.